Let's talk about secrets, shall we? Not the kind you whisper to your best friend, but the deep, often surprising desires that dance in the hidden corners of your mind when the lights are low and imagination takes flight. If you've ever found yourself wondering why a part of you yearns for control to be taken away during intimacy, you're certainly not alone. In fact, what many women dream of in their private erotic world is a narrative of surrender, a dance of dominance that often remains unspoken. As a psychologist specializing in human sexuality, I've heard countless stories, seen patterns emerge from the most intimate confessions, and delved into the research that peels back the layers of our complex sexual psyches. One of the most common, yet frequently unvoiced desires among women revolves around themes of dominance and submission. These aren't just fleeting thoughts. They are rich, detailed scenarios that play out in the mind, offering a profound glimpse into a woman's deepest yearnings for connection, release, and sometimes a little controlled chaos. And what's truly fascinating is why these powerful fantasies often stay locked away, too shy or too taboo to share with a partner. The secret garden of desire. Unpacking dominance fantasies. It might seem counterintuitive in a world increasingly focused on empowerment and equality, but the desire to be dominated during sex is incredibly prevalent among women. Research shows that a significant percentage of women, ranging from nearly 29% to over 64%, report having fantasies related to submission. This isn't an anomaly. It's a common thread in the tapestry of female sexuality. These fantasies can manifest in various ways, from the playful notion of being a bad girl, needing discipline, to more intense scenarios involving being tied up or taken. Think of your sexual fantasies as your brain's own personalized, high-definition movie studio. This inner world isn't about literal intentions, but about exploring feelings and sensations that stimulate you. For many women, this includes scenarios where they relinquish power, where someone else takes the lead entirely. It could be imagining a partner pinning them down, making them wait for pleasure, or even engaging in light pain play that leaves a bruise, always, of course, within a context of trust and safety. These are not signs of a weird or broken psyche. They are simply expressions of a rich and creative erotic imagination. These fantasies often fall under the broader umbrella of BDSM, a term that, contrary to popular belief, isn't solely about pain and violence. BDSM, which stands for bondage and discipline, dominance and submission, sadism and masochism, encompasses a wide range of consensual activities where partners explore power dynamics. While it can involve elements of pain, sadism and masochism, it's equally about the psychological thrill of control and surrender, dominance and submission, or the sensory excitement of restraint, bondage and discipline. The key takeaway here is consent. When explored safely and consensually, these experiences can be incredibly stimulating and enhance intimacy. The why behind the desire. A psychological deep dive. So, why are these fantasies of relinquishing control so appealing to so many women? The reasons are multifaceted, deeply rooted in both psychology and societal influences. 1. The sweet release from responsibility. Let's be honest, women often juggle a tremendous amount of responsibility in their daily lives. From careers to family, managing households to maintaining social calendars, the mental load can be exhausting. Constantly being in control, making decisions, and being on can be draining. In this context, the fantasy of being dominated offers a profound sense of relief and escape. Imagine for a moment having someone else take charge completely, telling you exactly what to do, even for a brief period. It's a psychological vacation, a moment to truly let go and not be responsible for anything. This sensation of surrendering control can feel like a sweet release, a much-needed respite from the pressures of everyday life. 2. Feeling wanted, loved, and safe. At its core, the desire for dominance can be intimately tied to the fundamental human need to feel desired and secure. For some women, being taken or commanded by a partner can translate to feeling intensely wanted, almost to the point of being adored. It can tap into a primal feeling of being chosen, of being the sole focus of a partner's powerful desire. This feeling can be particularly potent for those who, perhaps due to past experiences or insecurities, harbor a fear of rejection. In a submissive role, knowing that a partner is actively pursuing, desiring, and taking them can provide a powerful affirmation of their attractiveness and worth. It's about feeling so captivating that a partner can't help but assert their desire. This deep emotional validation can create a profound sense of safety and belonging. 3. The ultimate act of trust and vulnerability. While the idea of being dominated might sound intimidating on the surface, its appeal often lies in the immense trust it requires. To truly surrender control, even in a playful or fantastical context, means putting oneself in a position of vulnerability. This trust is not only in a partner's physical actions, but also in their emotional care. A woman engaging in these fantasies, or exploring them in reality, is trusting her partner to know her limits, to prioritize her well-being, and to ultimately ensure her pleasure and safety. It's an unspoken agreement that, I trust you with my most vulnerable self, and I know you will cherish it. This deep level of trust can forge an incredibly powerful and intimate bond, allowing for a unique kind of emotional and physical closeness. 4. The thrill of the forbidden and the novel. Let's face it, routine can be a buzzkill, even in the bedroom. Many women in long-term relationships eventually experience a decline in sexual excitement. Fantasies offer a powerful solution, injecting novelty and excitement into sexual lives. This desire for the new and exciting isn't limited to dominance fantasies but extends to other common themes like having sex in public places, the thrill of being caught, or in new exotic locations like a hotel bathroom or a balcony. There's an undeniable allure to breaking taboos, exploring the illicit without real-world consequences. This safe exploration of the forbidden can reignite passion and add a vibrant color and dimension to one's sexuality. It's about satisfying a curiosity, a longing for something more than the everyday. 5. Exploring a rebellious side. Society for a long time has imposed strict guidelines on female sexuality. Women have often been socialized to be passive, to not be overtly sexual, or to avoid being demanding in intimacy. This historical conditioning can lead to a subconscious desire to break free from these constraints, even if only in the realm of fantasy. Fantasies of dominance allow women to tap into a rebellious side, to explore instincts that might be considered bad or unladylike in a safe and private space. It could be the desire for dirty talk or to engage in non-traditional sex acts, like anal sex or being tied up, things that might feel too bold to suggest in conventional settings. This is a way to reclaim their sexual agency, to be greedy with their pleasure, and to explore desires outside of society's prescribed lane. 6. Compensation for unmet needs in real life. Sometimes these fantasies arise from a place of dissatisfaction in one's actual sexual life. If a woman's everyday sexual experiences aren't fulfilling, if her partner isn't meeting her needs for stimulation or excitement, her mind may compensate through vivid fantasies. This is evident even in physiological phenomena like wet dreams, where women can experience orgasm in their sleep, often accompanied by sexual dreams. These wet dreams in women are normal, but if they occur frequently, they can signal a deeper, psychological need for sexual satisfaction that isn't being met in waking life. Similarly, dominance fantasies can be a way for the subconscious to process and resolve these unmet desires, offering a psychological release and a glimpse into what might bring greater fulfillment. As an expert, I've seen how often fantasies provide clues to our IRL turn-ons, even if we don't realize it immediately. 7. Subconscious messages from dreams. Our dreams are fascinating, often sending us cryptic messages from our subconscious. Dreams about being dominated or dominating someone can be a powerful signal about our waking lives. If you frequently dream of these scenarios, it might indicate an area in your life where you feel a lack of control or where you're being taken advantage of. Your dream isn't necessarily a literal desire to be tied up, but an affirmation to take charge, to tap into your assertive side, and to remind yourself that you have the capability to be the boss in your own life. Dreams, even weird sex dreams, are rarely literal. They are rich with symbolism, reflecting our insecurities, our deepest yearnings, and our subconscious efforts to prepare for future situations. The silence. Why women won't say it out loud. Given how common and psychologically rich these fantasies are, why do so many women keep them hidden? This too is a complex interplay of personal psychology and societal pressures. 1. The weight of societal shame and judgment. The most significant barrier is undoubtedly societal conditioning. Historically and culturally, women have been taught to be modest, demure, and passive about sex. Expressing overt sexual desire, particularly for something unconventional like dominance, can lead to the fear of being labeled slutty, weird, or unfeminine. This ingrained shame makes it incredibly difficult for women to vocalize their secret desires. Canadian research indicates that women are much more likely than men to keep their sexual preferences and fantasies private, often only hinting at them rather than directly communicating, even with long-term partners. The risk of being misunderstood or negatively judged feels too high. As one Reddit user eloquently put it, "We've been trained since birth not to want sex too overtly, or else we're labeled sluts or desperate and ugly. To be dominated is to have violent, raunchy sex while still not breaking any rules." 2. Fear of partner misunderstanding or rejection. The fear that a partner won't understand, or worse, will be put off by these fantasies is a very real concern. A woman might worry that revealing a desire for dominance could make her partner feel inadequate, emasculated, or simply confused. She might question, "What if he thinks I'm not attracted to him in a normal way?" Or, "What if he judges me for having these thoughts?" This apprehension often leads to self-censorship, where women opt to keep their inner erotic world a secret rather than risk alienating the person they care about. They imagine their loving, normal partner wouldn't comprehend such a craving, leading to a silent struggle. 3. The paradox of traditional gender roles. A fascinating and somewhat troubling insight from recent studies highlights how traditional gender roles can create a unique paradox: decreased sexual desire coupled with increased sexual activity. In cultures where traditional gender roles are strongly upheld, individuals, particularly women, might engage in sex more frequently, not out of genuine desire, but out of a perceived obligation to their partner. This obligation sex can lead to lower sexual satisfaction and a deep disconnect between one's internal desires and external actions. If sex already feels like a duty, the idea of openly sharing a taboo fantasy becomes even more daunting, as it could disrupt the delicate balance of their relationship. It's a situation where external pressures override internal yearnings, leaving women feeling unheard and unfulfilled in their deepest sexual selves. 4. The desire for a partner to take the lead. Sometimes the silence isn't just about fear, but a subtle yearning for the partner to step up. If a woman frequently encounters partners who are passive or pushovers, her fantasies of dominance might be a subconscious plea for a partner who is more assertive and takes charge, both in and out of the bedroom. She might not say it directly, but her internal world is signaling a desire for a stronger presence, a more confident initiator. As one person commented, "Many of the guys I meet end up being nice guys and real big pushovers, which is a massive turnoff." The fantasy then becomes a proxy for an unmet need for assertive partnership, bridging the gap: communication, exploration, and self-acceptance. So, what's a woman to do with these powerful, yet often unspoken desires? The journey begins with self-acceptance, and ideally, open communication. 1. Embrace your secret garden. First and foremost, recognize that your fantasies are normal. They are a healthy and creative expression of your sexuality, a secret garden where you can explore every facet of your erotic self without judgment. Don't feel weird or abnormal for having them. They are valuable data about what truly stimulates you and what feelings you crave during intimacy. 2. Small steps towards communication. If you wish to explore these desires with a partner, start small and in a safe, sane, and consensual manner. Instead of dropping a bombshell, perhaps introduce playful elements, a blindfold, some light teasing, or a gentle restraint like a silk scarf. Pay attention to your partner's reactions, and crucially, communicate throughout the experience. Use a safe word if exploring BDSM elements, ensuring both partners feel secure and respected. Remember, your partner might be more open than you think. Many people are more multifaceted than we give them credit for. 3. Understanding the why. Together, frame the discussion around the feelings you want to experience, rather than just the actions. For example, instead of saying, "I want you to tie me up," you might say, "Sometimes I fantasize about letting go completely and having you take control, because it makes me feel incredibly desired and free from all my responsibilities." This reframes the desire in a way that's more accessible and less intimidating for a partner. 4. Seek professional guidance if needed. If the gap between fantasy and reality feels too wide, or if unresolved issues are impacting your sexual satisfaction, leading to frequent fantasies or wet dreams, consider sex therapy. A certified sex therapist can provide a safe and neutral space for individuals or couples to explore these desires, address underlying psychological or physical concerns, and develop healthier communication patterns. After all, a fulfilling sex life is essential for overall well-being, contributing to lower stress, better heart health, and stronger relationships. Conclusion. The landscape of female sexual desire is far more diverse and intricate than often portrayed. Fantasies of dominance are not only common but deeply rooted in a woman's psychological needs, offering an escape from daily burdens, a profound sense of being wanted, and an arena for ultimate trust and thrill. The silence surrounding these desires is largely a product of societal expectations and the fear of misunderstanding. By embracing the normality of these secret gardens and fostering open, trusting communication, women can bridge the gap between their rich inner worlds and their intimate realities, leading to deeper connections and more satisfying sexual lives. Understanding these hidden desires isn't just about sex, it's about a holistic understanding of self, connection, and the beautiful complexity of the human spirit.